I'm going to show you how you can create tax-ready books in less than an hour with Xero's accounting software. Let's go. Is it taking too long to produce financial reports for tax purposes? Are you turning away clients because you don't have the capacity? If so, this tool might speed things up to help you help more clients. Quick disclaimer though, this method works best with simple cash basis clients who are working out of spreadsheets, or maybe nothing at all. So you may be familiar with Xero's business editions, the early, growing, and established plans. This is not what you need. What you're going to need to get started is access to their secret partner edition subscriptions. And the good news, it's free to partner with Xero in order to get access to them. Head over to Xero.com and click on For Accountants and Bookkeepers. From here, you'll want to explore the partner program and then become a partner. So you want to fill out some of these simple form fields below. Scroll down all the way to the bottom. Yes, I have read the terms and conditions. Once you log into Xero, you'll land here in your accounting console, also known as Xero HQ. So let's go ahead and add a new client. You'll complete some basic details about your client here. The contact details are optional, so let's skip it for now and create. To create the Xero organization, you'll need to go up to the top right-hand corner, create Xero organization. You will need to fill out the industry for the client and then select a chart of accounts. Xero does have a few chart of accounts available for you. We're going to go ahead and select default chart of accounts for today. Let's go ahead and buy now. And you'll notice that there's a toggle on the top to flip over to the partner-only plans. Here you notice that there are two additional plans not available to the public, the Ledger and the Cash Book. Today we're going to be focusing on the Ledger plan, and it's only $3 a month. It's an absolute steal. Something to keep in mind, you will not be able to invite a client into this file, and you cannot connect to bank feed. Eventually, you'll land here on the Xero dashboard. Let's ignore everything on this screen for now. First, we'll want to update the chart of accounts. You can find the chart of accounts under Accounting, and it's already been favorited in this case, chart of accounts. And now we can begin to review the default chart of accounts that we had selected earlier. You have the ability to add individual accounts. If you're making changes in bulk to this file, you can export the chart, make any changes within a spreadsheet, and then bulk import all those changes by clicking this import button here. Today, we're just going to go ahead and add a single account to account for opening equity. We'll also want to add our bank accounts here now so that when we go to the conversion balances, we can enter the beginning balance for this account for the beginning of the year. So to do that, we'll go to Add Bank Account. And remember, we're in the Ledger plan, so we cannot connect a bank feed here. However, you can in the other subscription plans. What we're going to do though is we're still going to select our bank. Let's say we're with Chase Bank. We'll go ahead and skip the bank connection. Let's add a name for this account. The account type will be everyday, and then we'll give it a number. I'm just going to enter in some numbers here. And account code can be a unique code for this. I do recommend that you do enter an account number or account code here. Some integrations, let's say payroll integrations, do require that your bank accounts have account codes. So let's just call it 110. We'll save and add another account. And we can do the same if you were to have a savings account. And you'll continue to do the same if you have other accounts, such as credit card accounts. Add as many as you need. There's no limit on the number of accounts you can add. Once we have the chart of accounts locked in, we'll need to enter the beginning balances or conversion balances in Xero. This can be found under Accounting, Advanced, and Conversion Balances. So notice here, Xero is asking us to enter our account balances as of January 31st, 2024. Maybe we're working with a client for the tax year 2023, so we want to make sure to update the conversion date. So here we want to enter the date that you began processing all your transactions in Xero. Oftentimes that's going to be the first of the year. So we'll select January 2023. We'll need to enter conversion balances or opening balances as of December 31st, 2022. So you'll see here that Xero populated the AR and AP accounts. I'm going to remove this as we won't have those in this particular instance. I will, however, add a new line and pull in the opening equity balance account that we also created. So this is where you'll want to have your bank statement ready and available so that you can enter in the balances as of December 31st, 2022. This is going to be our starting balance. And you just want to make sure that your adjustment number here is 0. If there's a number remaining and your beginning balances do not net to 0, Xero is going to automatically create an adjustment account for you. So just something to keep in mind, which is why we created the opening equity balance account. So I'm just going to enter the full adjustment amount here. And when I tab out, you'll see that the adjustment number will decrease to 0, and then our total number of debits and credits will tie. That's exactly what we want. Now we're ready to import our bank data. The best format to get from the bank is an OFX file, so you don't have to configure data for import. Xero also supports QFX, QIF, QBO, or CSV files. If you don't have either of these files, then go ahead and download Xero's CSV template and copy and paste your own bank data. This is what an example CSV might look like. The only 2 mandatory columns will be the date column and the amount column. Everything else is optional. Let's go ahead and import this file to Xero. You want to make sure to navigate to the correct account associated with those transactions we just prepared. You can click manually import a statement here, or under manage account, you can also click import a statement. Let's select the file that we prepared earlier. Let's go ahead and flip through a few of these transactions to make sure that the signs are correct. So let's click next. You'll have one last chance to review these transactions and either remove any transactions that do not belong, that you do not want to import. But in this case, everything looks correct, so we will complete this import. Best practice tip here, you'll want to run the sanity check to make sure that your beginning balances are correct. All the transactions that need to be there are there. I've seen too many people import data, start coding, and then realize the data was incorrect to begin with. It's so much easier to do the check at the start so you can delete and redo imports without losing any work. Okay, now here comes the fun part. The magic happens in the cash coding tab. Here you can sort transactions, code, and create general ledger entries in bulk. Go ahead and sort by payee and then scroll down and select transactions that are all similar. I'll check that first transaction in the bunch, hold shift, and then come down and select the last transaction. This is going to select all the transactions in that batch for me. I can then code any one of these transactions. It doesn't have to be that first line. It can be down here to, let's say, utilities. Now, when I tab over, this is going to automatically apply that coding to all of the rest of the items. This is how you can quickly code transactions in Xero and produce those financial statements much more quickly. So I'll go ahead and save and reconcile these transactions. And just like that, a dozen transactions have been entered into the GL. After you finish coding the rest of your transactions, you'll want to run the bank rec report to verify nothing was missed. Update the date to the last fiscal year. Enter your bank statement ending balance for December 31st, 2023. Click update, and your calculated out-by balance should be 0. If not, go ahead and check out my other video where I gave you tips and tricks on how to troubleshoot reconciliation errors. Otherwise, you're good to go. I'll look to create a video on journal entries soon, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified when it's up. And that's it. Once you've reviewed your financials, you can export Xero's data for import directly to a number of tax systems. You'll find it in the advanced settings under accounting, advanced. And here you'll find tax systems where Xero will export either a general ledger, chart of accounts, trial balance, or all of the above to a format that's already configured to import directly into those solutions, which is really nice. If you're a one-stop shop who offers accounting and tax, this is a great opportunity to have a conversation with a client about ongoing services. What are the benefits of this for the client? They'll obtain a stress-free tax season, tax planning and advisory throughout the year, their books will be organized, and financials available in the event that they need a business loan, for example, and they'll also obtain insights into their finances for better decision-making. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you the best with your tax season. See you next time.